Good morning, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. My name is Erin, and today we're going to be going over the flip shows. So I'm going to show you how to set up the listing presentation and then how you can use the custom flip shows. So we'll go through all of that and setting those up. Next week, we're going to be going over Broadcast My Moves. So this is great if you are a buyer's agent and you want to send out a cool little just moved announcement. Brokers, loan officers, this would be great for those agents that you have that are buyer's agents who are looking for some new tools to use. So I'm going to show you how to use those next week. That's going to be the topic for next week. So I'm really excited about that. The Broadcast My Move feature, I feel like, is one of those almost forgotten features, but it is such a great tool for you to be able to use, especially if you are working with buyers. So I'm going to walk you through setting up that announcement, and that will be next week's topic. Today, I actually spoke with Emily yesterday, and she showed me the new Pearl customizations, which personal websites equals Pearl. So if you guys ever hear us use the word Pearl, it's your PURL, so your personal URL or your personal website. She actually is in the process of finishing up some customization tools. So once we have that done, I'll do a really cool little special webinar for the personal website customization. She did also tell me that she's going to have 3 new layout options with those. So you're going to have more options for your personal websites, which is huge. I'm so excited. Emily is a complete rock star. She's done such a great job with a lot of the changes and things that she's been doing through the system. So I'm really, really, really excited for me to be able to share with you some of the new layouts and new options that you'll be able to do with a personal website. So some of the things that she has changed, you're able to go through and really customize more of the sidebar options. You can really, really go through and see some of the text options and change those really easy by clicking through and all of that. So it's going to be a really cool option. I mean, the personal websites already look great, so I'm super, super, super excited to share those with you. So we're going to have that. You're going to be able to go through and customize your pages a little bit more. So if you want to go through and kind of rearrange stuff or change the top of the pictures, stuff like that, you'll be able to go through and do that, which is going to be super, super cool. Let me see. There was a question that says, can we have properties for the websites for homes in South Florida? Yeah, you can definitely add in your properties. There's a little property tab that you can add into the personal websites. It would display all of your listings that you have within your system. Or if you want to have all properties, then you can set up the IDX functionality and have those properties on there. So I think that's it for announcements. She's doing, like I had mentioned, creating some more Pearl customizations. I don't have an ETA as to when those will be done. I think probably within the next couple of weeks, but we actually want to go through and do some testing on our end just to make sure everything looks good. Trevor, for the website banner, if you want to do more custom, you have an option on some of the newer templates to go through and change out your own website banner. If you're using some of the other templates, I believe like layouts 12, 11, 10, those you would have to call into our support team in order to go through and have those customized. So call into support. They can definitely help you get that banner changed. But if you're using layouts 13 and 14, you can customize them on your own. And then with these newer templates, you'll be able to go through and customize more and more. So super, super exciting. I love, love, love the look of the websites. And me personally, I've used like WordPress sites in the past for some blogs and websites that I do on kind of on the outside. So they're, you know, compared to WordPress, I feel like WordPress is a little complicated until you really understand how to use it. So comparing agent marketing to WordPress, very similar with how you can move stuff around. Ours is just a little bit easier to maneuver through. You can click and there's drop and drag buttons and you just click and can change the text. It's super easy and super cool. So really excited to share that with you guys. It's going to be an awesome thing. So as I mentioned, we'll do a whole What's Up Wednesday on how to create the personal websites just as an overview, and then I'll really walk you through customizing and editing them and showing you all the different tools for that. So working on that, so we'll have that, and then I think that's all I got. So let's go ahead and move forward to our topic today. As I mentioned, we're going to be going over the listing presentations and how to go through and set up your personal marketing books, all of that. So any user in our system has access to this. They're going to be, if you go to your account and you're logged in, you go to your personal tab, you'll see that there's a section that says flip shows. So when you click on flip shows, this takes you into your actual listing presentations and your personal marketing book. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start from scratch here because I've gone through and I've edited some stuff. So I'm going to start from the beginning. Okay, so as an agent, when you get into the system, you go to your personal tab and you click on flip shows. You'll see that there's two different options on here. So you have one that says listing presentation, and then you also have a personal marketing book. For loan officers, brokers, anybody else using our system, you'll see that there's just the personal marketing book in here. The listing presentation is only going to be for agents because agents are the ones who do the listing presentations. Granted, you can go through and create one if you want to. They're more than welcome to. But the great thing with this is this rolls down to all of your properties if you are an agent using the listing presentation. So what I want to do, I want to show you what this looks like, and then I'm going to show you how to go through and customize it and edit it. Now, the great thing with the listing presentation is this is giving you a little slideshow, kind of like a PowerPoint presentation, but it is a full-blown website that you're able to use. So you'll see here it's got your actual URL. You can take this website and you can do whatever you want with it. If you want to post it on social media, if you want to put it on your tablet and take it to your listing presentation appointments, you can do that. Anything you want to do with this, it is a full-blown website. As we move forward too, I'll show you, you can actually print it out on paper, or you can even use it as a PDF too, so you can do that. So just to kind of give you, I'm just going to skim through the first couple of pages so then you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And then we'll go through and we'll actually customize and edit the listing presentation. So the great thing is it's going to be branded with your information on here. So if you wanted to go through and take a look at your info, you'll see it all branded on here. As you go through the pages, the whole point of this listing presentation is when you go to your sellers, you want to go through and you want to show them why they should work with you. So you're showing them all of the different tools and things that you will be doing to market their home. So you'll see the second slide here is custom website for your home. When you click on See Sample, it's going to take you to a sample website. Now, the beauty of this is you can use this for their property. You can go through, say that you have their listing on 123 Main Street. You take one picture of the front of the home, you add in some minor details about the home, bam, you've got a property website set up, and you can show them with their home how you're going to be marketing their property. So you can either use this generic sample that we provide for you, or you have an option to use their actual property specific website, listing, presentation, all of that. So it talks about the online commercial. Again, when you click on See Sample, it takes you to that virtual tour for that property, or you can just use the generic one we've created for you. So this is so great because it is going to be property specific, or you also have the option to use the generic one. I know there may be times where you're not able to get a picture of the front of the home or do all of that, so the generic listing presentation would definitely come in handy for you. So it's just going through all the different options. It's talking about the texting. It's talking about the QR codes for the property, talking about signs that you'll be putting out. All of this are different things for the listing presentation, which is super cool. So going into some more details here, I'm going to walk through what all of these little icons mean, and then we'll go through actually customizing the listing presentation. So the first one, if you need to view it, obviously you'll click on the little view button. The little monitor icon. When you click this, it pops up with that listing presentation to where you're able to view it. The next thing is you have a little print option. So what this does is this is going to download as a PDF. So you give this little PDF print option that you can go through. What it's going to do is it's going to give you an option to either print it, so you can save it, or you can print it, Like here, I can download it. So if I just want to download it as a PDF, I can do that. Or there is a little print option. So if you wanted to print on actual paper and take it that way, I highly recommend if you're going to be using this to make sure that you're using it on your tablet, stuff like that, so they can see the property websites. But if you wanted to print it off, you can definitely do that too. You have your options section. So your options is taking you to your actual domain. You have an option to do a show title tags, meta description. You don't really necessarily need to worry about the title tag and meta description because you're not really going to be SEOing this, which is search engine optimization. So you don't necessarily have to worry about those, but if you want to, you can put that in too. You have your options. So if you want to display your personal information, you can select yes, and that's just like your name, email, phone number, company info. If you don't, you can choose to turn that off and it would remove all of your contact info on there. You have a few different options for layouts to choose from. We have our layout 1. This is kind of the older default layout that we used to have, but it's an actual kind of like flip show. It looks like a little book, which is kind of cool. You have layout 2, which is going to be more HD if you're looking for those beautiful HD layouts. And then you have layout 3, which is our newest one that you have available. And then down here, this tells you your URL for that actual flip show that you have. So this is just kind of giving you some options. You can go through and customize those accordingly as you choose. The next one is going to be the little edit pencil here. Now this is going to be your actual pages for the listing presentation or your marketing book. Now keep in mind, for the agents who are using this listing presentation template, make sure you read this. This is your listing presentation template. So if you're going through and customizing this, make sure it's generic information, because if you go through and on this actual main flip show section, if you put in property specific information for this listing presentation here, it will roll down to all of your properties with that one specific information. Whereas if you just leave this generic, it will go through and it will customize all of the property information accordingly by property. So just keep that in mind, that make sure you, when you're going through and customizing that this is generic information. If you want to make this and clone this, you have that as an option. There's this little clone feature. So when you click on clone, what it does is it just duplicates that exact listing presentation. So now at this point, you could take this one and you could make all the changes in the world and it won't matter. But this one here, this main listing presentation, this rolls down to all of your properties. So just keep that in mind for you. Now going back into editing it, this is super cool. So you can go through and you can really customize the information on this. Now for the page title, this is going to be, I'm going to show you, let me pull this up as I go through it so that way you can see everything here. Let me go to the other one here. Okay, so when you're on the flip show, so you see where it says here, sorry, I'm going to go back into here so I can show you everything. So you have your page title here. When you're viewing the actual listing presentation, this is going to be your page title. So it says Our Plan for Success. So that's going to be that main page title. It's going to be a little bit bigger on there. Now, if you wanted to do a page caption, you can do something short and sweet. So I'm going to write, this is my page caption. We'll save it. So then you can see what it looks like when I refresh this. So now you have a little page caption. So if you wanted to do like a title here and then a short little description within 45 characters, and then you actually have kind of your little description down here. So you'll see that you can go through and you can change the info. You can really customize the different options. If you wanted to do a short little, you'll see it says 50 characters. If you want to do a little sub caption under the page caption, you can do that. And then you have, I believe you have, I think it's 150 characters for the description. So you can choose to customize this info and really make it as much as you want to. The cool thing is too, if you want to switch out the photos, all you have to do is click on the photos and then it changes those photos too for you. So you'll see here, once I go in and save this, save it. Now it's changed with my info on here. So this is super cool. It gives you, sky's the limit on what you want to do with this. You really have full flexibility to go through and customize this and really make it your own. I mean, for instance, you may say that you don't do the panoramic tours. That's not really your thing. You don't take panoramic tours and add it in. All you have to do is simply click delete and that page went away. But say that maybe you specialize, you do something super cool that nobody else does. You can click on add page here, and then it will take you down to the very bottom and you can add in your own page for your listing presentation. So literally you can do anything and everything you want with these listing presentations and really make it to where they're your own. If you want to move pages up, you just click on this little cursor here. You can drag them and drop them where you need to. So if you wanted to move this ahead, You can drop that there. You know, you can really customize these and make these as much as you want to. You can take away stuff, add stuff, make it your own. Have some fun with these and really take this to a whole nother level. I had a loan officer ask in the questions just now how this can benefit me. So you have a personal marketing book that you can use. And with that, you can take this and show this to your agents as to why they should work with you and showing them some of the top features that they would get. Or create a personal marketing book about some of the top things that you do and why people should work with you. So you can talk about things that you specialize in, put testimonials in there. You can really do a lot of different things with these. Even if you wanted to create one from scratch, you can click on Add New, and you can start with your own scratch flip show. So if you want to do something even completely different from a listing presentation or a marketing book, you could create something completely different. So have some fun with these, really go through and create some changes in these, make them your own, have some fun with them. You can do anything you want with these. So there is an option too, when you click on the music, you can add in some music to play in the background. So if you wanted to have some music populate and you want to have this for your listing presentation, you can do that. When you click on the song, it will play in the background slowly in your listing presentation or your personal marketing book, even if you're creating one from scratch too. And then again, as I had mentioned, you can go through and you can clone. So if you want to go through and clone something, so say that you've made a couple marketing books and you want to clone it, you can definitely go through and you can clone. It's going to completely duplicate it and tell you that it's cloned. So if you've created a flip show from scratch and you want to duplicate it and make some changes, then I would definitely recommend hitting this little clone button. And then if you ever want to go back and start from scratch from where you began, you can click on this little default button and it will take you back to the beginning. But keep in mind, when you click on default, it erases all of your changes. So don't click default if you don't want those to go away. And then if you don't need anything, there's a little delete button. So that's pretty self-explanatory on that. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. It looks like there's some new questions coming in here. So I'm going to pull those up here. Let's see. How do you get to the listing presentation screen? So if you go to the personal tab and then go to flip shows, this will take you here into this section. If you want to actually go through and view the listing presentation for the property, you're going to go to the property tab. Then you're going to click on properties. And then you'll see your properties listed here. You're going to go to links. So you'll click on this little link icon, see where these little grayed out icons are. And then you'll click on the link. The first option is going to be the listing presentation. So you'll see it's a property specific listing presentation that pulls up, and it's going to pull the property specific info. So that's super cool because it does it all for you. You just go based off of that main template, and then this will go through and do the rest for you. Can we email this to the seller? If so, how? You just copy this URL and then you compose an email. So we don't have an email option for this because you really want to use this for your listing presentations. You want to take this with you. But if you want to email them, then you can just compose an email from you. You'll just hit copy and then paste it into your email. Let me see here. On the listing presentation website, can it be modified to have a presentation without a listing, as in a niche presentation? Yes, so when you go through, you can do the presentations. Again, you just simply click on the Add New button, and you can go through and you can create you choose your template that you want, and then from there, you can go through and sky's the limit on creating. Let me see. I'm going to do this real quick so I can show you how this works. What did it say I needed here? Oh, title. So you could just say my flip show. So we'll hit save. So now you'll see it says no images here. So if I wanted to, I can click on pages. And then when I click on pages, you click on add new. And you can continue to click on add new and add in as many pages as you want. To add in the media, you simply just click on the picture. You can even upload your own photos too. I forgot to mention that to you, but if you want to go through and upload your own images, you can. But if you wanted to do, say you want to do like this one here, you want that as your first, and then you can create your page title and go through that. So you have full capability to start from scratch, or you can edit the ones that we've created for you. Does the listing presentation have a lead capture? It does not, but what you could do if you wanted to is you could create a custom text code campaign. So if you wanted to do my text, you could create a custom text code, just an idea. And like for me, I have the text code Erin. So if anybody texts Erin to 79564, they're going to get my personal information sent to them. So what you could do is create, like Mario, you could create a text code that says Mario G. And anytime somebody texts Mario G to 79564, you could have any type of message you want on that screen, on that text message. And then from there, you can go through and use that as an option to generate leads and have that as a displayed slide. Want more info? Text Mario G to 79564, and then you're going to capture their cell phone number, and they're going to get whatever message you have here in this section. Sorry, just going through more of these questions here. Which one was the safe one to change, and which one was the one you advised not to touch? So you can still go through and touch it and make changes to it, but just keep in mind that it will roll down to all of your properties. The listing presentation is the one that does that, and you'll see, sorry, I clicked on the wrong button here. You'll see when you go to edit it, not that one, sorry. Let me edit this one. It says this is your listing presentation template. So just keep in mind, if you see this caution message, that's going to be the one that's going to be for your listing presentation. So you want to make sure that you keep that pretty generic. How can I show this to a client without internet? Again, you can download this as a PDF. So if you want to choose to do this little print option, you can download this as a printable PDF. So you can have it print out on paper, or you can even do a PDF. But keep in mind, when you do click on the see sample options, it's not going to do any good because it is it doesn't have the actual option to see sample. So you'll want to take a look at that. If you already edit the original presentation before you clone it, how do you get back to the original? It's kind of not really an easy way to do so without hitting this default button. I mean, because if you click default, that's going to take you back to the original, but it will erase all of your other options that you have. So once you've gone through and you've changed it, there's really no way to get that back unless you hit that default, but it will erase all of your flip shows. So just keep that in mind. Sorry, I'm going through and reading your questions. There's a ton of questions, so I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody here. The personal marketing book, that's going to be more, it's going to be similar to the listing presentation, but it's not as property specific. It's going to be more generic. So it's going to be geared towards more of some different things like personal websites and stuff like that. You can go through and customize that though and change it as much as you choose. Let's see, Jeffrey, you should be able to take the URL and post it on Facebook. You can copy that URL and create a post that way, and it should work just fine with the new templates. If for any reason it doesn't, call into support and let them know so they can use that. Are these What's Up Wednesdays recorded and posted anywhere? Yes, so you can actually go through, if you go to your dashboard tab, there's an option where it says the What's Up Wednesday tile here. You'll see that there's this little misted option in the top right corner of the What's Up Wednesday tile. You'll be able to view all of the recordings there. What is the monthly charge for IDX on our sites? To do the IDX, you can actually go to the gear icon in the top right-hand or left-hand corner of your agent marketing account. You'll go to IDX Access. From the drop-down, you'll select your IDX, and it will give you the monthly cost of what it will cost for the IDX. All right, guys, I got time for one or two more questions here, so let me go through. Sorry, I'm just trying to read through some of these. If you send an email of the flip show, do you have a choice to view it as a flip show or just a page down to each page? No, if you send it through email, what it's going to do is they'll get that actual URL. So they'll be able to click on the URL and view it as you have it here. So it would be an actual flip show that they're going through and viewing. Let's see. So the text would be great to show on Facebook. Yeah, I mean, definitely go through and post on Facebook. It's a good way to show some of the different things that you do. You could definitely put a spin on it and say, you want to check out all the marketing that I can do to help sell your home. I mean, sky's the limit on what you can do with these flip shows. Again, you can go through and really customize them and change them. There was a question asking to see completed flip shows. If you go to the actual flip show, there are completed flip shows that you can take a look at. The listing presentation and the personal marketing book are both completed flip shows that you could use right away as you choose. All right, guys, that's it for questions. We ran out of time, so I really appreciate each one of you guys showing up today and every week for What's Up Wednesday. Next week, again, keep in mind we will be doing Broadcast My Move for our topic, which is going to be a great topic. I'm super excited to share the Broadcast My Move feature with you. If you guys have any questions, our support hotline number is at the top of our website. You can always use this chat feature as well. Also, one quick last announcement I did forget to mention. I know I told you guys last week, but we've recently joined on Twitter. If you guys tag us or hashtag agent marketing and post your properties, we are reposting. So keep in mind, if you want to get more exposure, we'll definitely post on our agent marketing page for you through Twitter. So just make sure you hashtag agent marketing or do at agent marketing, so we get the notification and we can repost for you. So we're super excited. We're trying to get more on social media. So Twitter, we knew we needed to jump on, and we love it so far. So if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of the different social media platforms. We're always putting announcements, posting funny pictures and stuff like that. So it really just, it's a great way for us to kind of show what we do here as well. So thanks again, guys, so much. I really, really appreciate each one of you. We will see you next Wednesday. Thanks again.